You have been given the assignment to research a topic and write a 5-page paper over it. Chances are very high that if you are a Facebook user, the first tab you will open is to Facebook's newsfeed. Then, throughout the entire research project, you keep referring back to that tab, trying to see if there's a little red number that pops up indicating a notification. This is a situation that many college students struggle with. As young adults, we're eager to know what is going on around us, what we're missing out on, and what our best friends are up to. Facebook is an online means of communication where anyone can figure out anything at any time. College students, in particular, struggle with the balance of knowledge for pleasure and knowledge that will gain them benefit in the future. The issue of constant Facebooking needs to be addressed and brought to the college students' attention because so many don't know it affects them educationally. Researcher and professor Raynal Junko from the Lock Haven University in Pennsylvania found that out of 2,000 students, 92% of them claimed to be on Facebook. After the study, it was reported that each student spent at least 106 minutes a day on Facebook. Here is a chart that shows Professor Junko's statistics and all the percentages of what types of people did what activity on Facebook. Facebook is positive, but at times it can be a very negative website. I will first tell you how it impacts someone's self-esteem, then explain how academic success is at risk, and finally, how they lose the ability to learn how to manage time in their everyday life. First off, let's take a look at how Facebook is construed by the average user. College students are constantly trying to find who they are as an individual. Facebook is a large site where photos are constantly uploaded and profile pictures are constantly changed. This puts pressure on the individual because the first thing users will see is their profile picture. The user stresses over this picture because they want to get the appropriate attention and the proper response from other individuals. Secondly, comments on status and photos are a big deal on Facebook. Surprisingly, the like button has a lot of influence in saying if you're popular or not. Then, self-esteem can be dropped severely whenever you're scrolling through newsfeed and you see other people with more likes and comments on photos and pictures and statuses than you do yourself. Lastly, harsh comments and blackmail is very popular on Facebook. Many people take this time to express how they feel, and they look for people to sympathize for them. So, Facebook can turn someone into a very depressed person. Now that we've covered Facebook's impact on self-esteem, let's move to its impact on academic success. Excessive use of Facebook has been proven to lower the GPA of a college student. Aaron Karpinski of Ohio State University surveyed about 220 people and found that the GPAs of Facebook users are a full grade point lower than those of non-users. That's a 3.0 to 3.5 for people who constantly use Facebook and a 3.5 to 4.0 to those who don't. It was also during this study that they discovered 79% of Facebook users do not believe there is any link between their GPA and their academic success. This is what leads to the lack of entrance of students during class. Many students do not pay attention, and rather than taking notes on their computer, they're sitting there on Facebook. This aggravates teachers, and it's just a lack of disrespect. Facebook involves setting yourself apart and giving your undivided attention to a computer rather than to a task that you're supposed to complete or to someone who's speaking to you face-to-face. Being a Facebook user, I need to learn to use Facebook as a treat rather than just something that constantly keeps me entertained. Facebook has been diagnosed as an addicting website. There's an acronym called FAD, which stands for Facebook Addiction Disorder, and it's whenever someone feels like they're out of place whenever they're not near Facebook, or whenever they're just too dependent on the site itself. The time Facebook takes out of a college student's life is shocking. It causes them to lose sleep, the ability to study, and sometimes even gives them an antisocial disorder to where they don't encounter well with people. In conclusion, Facebook has a great impact on college students. We know that one's self-esteem, academic success, and ability to manage time and balanced life is at risk. It takes great discipline and accountability to be able to use such a website in a student for college student would just tear people apart. It is now a very addicting website that many spend way too much time on it a day when they should be studying and worried about their future. So many people need to be aware that their GPA is more important